we're at today. Temperature dropped down a bit, about minus 13, minus 12, somewhere around about there. But there is a bit of a breeze, not much, but enough of a breeze to not be comfortable if you're out for long. So how long I'm out for, I don't know. I've got the charger on, but we're only at 70% of charge. We'll see what happens. And if this stream is going to be okay. If anybody's been watching my streams, you'll know that I've been somewhat, this is an ongoing thing, that I've been difficult in this area. And it seems that I wasn't able to use my streaming software, and now there was an update yesterday, so hopefully it should work better now. I am on only at 480 rather than the 720, which I like, but that's one of them things. Anyway, it's a lovely sunny day. Through the woods, a lovely, the sun is gorgeous, blinding me up there. Look at that. So let's go up here anyway. Maybe we'll go a bit further today. Who knows? Come on then. Getting a bit shady so I can see. There is no text on screen yet. It has been a problem with streaming software. I haven't had it, but we'll give it a whirl. See if I can get it to go here. Get it to go here. See if I can get it to go. See if I can get it to come alive. Say hello. See if I can get it to go. Say hi. It's not even coming through on mine, so maybe there'll be no text. So I can get to hi, text you. Sure, text you. Hi, text you. So. Hi, text you. Sure, text you. Let's text the chat. Let's say hi again. Let's see what happens. Don't know, folks. Whoever comes online, we'll see if we can get it to go. Text is your interaction with me, your interface, your input. Without that, I can't respond. So, well, I can't respond to your text. Lovely weather here today. It's very gorgeous today. The sun's out, look. The sun is beautiful. Dogs are out. Snow is down. It's cold, but it's nice. So, what more can you say? It seems that YouTube is being blocked here more than it was, and whether we can find a workaround for YouTube, whether I can keep this channel going or not, is unknown. Whether anybody from Russia can keep a YouTube channel going, we don't know. Come up with various solutions. It may be that we can't live stream and we can only upload, or maybe we're completely blocked off, we don't know. But this is a thing from within Russia. Basically YouTube won't remove biased content. They won't, you know, if you say Russia's terrible and blah blah blah, then it's fine. But if you are promoting Russia, it's not fine, and Russia had enough of it and said, well, if you don't make it, it's like going and saying something about the LGBTQI, B, C, D, A, B alphabet people, and saying something about them, and YouTube's going to be on you in a flash and block you off, you know. So same kind of thing. And so Russia's fed up with it, you know. Why should people be able to slate Russia and produce blatant lies and whatever, and feed it to the people in an attempt at a colour revolution, which is what they've tried, you know, what they call a colour revolution or regime change, and they use it internally by these little things, but broadcast to public rubbish, and people suck it up, don't they? People are gullible, and Russia's had enough of it. They don't want these influencers to come in, and so they're clamping down on YouTube. But that also has the downside that that people broadcasting from here we're also affected. It's a two-way street, isn't it? How far do you go to stop it? And whatever, you know, like I said, if it was an LGBTQI thing, you know, I would be hunted for it immediately. It's not allowed. So why is it allowed the other way around? It's kind of unfair bias. And Russia's had enough, and so they're clamping down on it, and because of that, it's affecting what we can do. But for the time being, we seem to be able to broadcast. I'm broadcasting today, but how long? Who knows? What are you doing? What are you doing, eh? Rolling around the snow. So anyway, apart from that, what are you doing? I like to roll in the snow in the morning, don't we? I like to roll in the snow. What are you doing, you silly old thing? A wolf dog in the snow, rolling. Cool. How is it, Russia? Let me just remove that text off the screen because it is coming through now, and basically had a text box on there. So let me remove that off the screen. That's it. It gets in the way. So there we go. This is Russia. This is just outside my house in St. Petersburg, and in the forest, which is right outside my door. Some breed. He was bred for the Russian military, I believe, and so there he is. He looks a bit like a German Shepherd, but a bit longer and a bit more ganglier on the legs, you know. Hello, Gary. Hiskut. How you doing? So yeah, so that's him there anyway. Jackie, come here. That's the wolf dog. He will run at the camera because he's now, I've trained him so many times to run at the camera that now he sees the camera. If I ask him, he'll run at the camera and do a nice, got to get show his teeth next and growl. That's the next thing, objective. For the time being, he's happy to run at the camera. When I first showed him that wolf dogs are funny creatures, they're not like ordinary dogs. And the first time ever he growled at the camera, he's like, you know, what is that strange thing? Where an ordinary dog would be about 13, 14 today. The sun is up, so probably got colder in London, I don't know. Probably. It's cold enough anyway. You can hear it. Snow underfoot is quite crunchy. You can hear it. Not sure if you can hear that, but it's quite crunchy. So tells you it's cold. It's powdery snow. Not really. What are you doing again, eh? You have to roll around the snow, don't we? You have to roll around in the snow. Whatever it is about the snow, he likes to roll in it. But anyway. Sinkutak Bash. Привет. Придан Bashkirom. You up north? Yeah, I'm up north. Up north, I mean. Yep, I'm up north. I'm in Russia's northern capital of just outside of St. Petersburg, so yep. This is north. And I'm from the north of England, so it suits me, doesn't it? It's actually northwest Russia in St. Petersburg, I think. It's not quite north, but it's northern. So like, what are you doing down there? What's in there? What are we doing down there? Run through the snow, why not? What are you doing? Get it, Palky, huh? Jackie, get it, Palky. Nope, not going to play. But anyway. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. Get it, Palky. Get it, Palky. But yeah. Isn't it difficult to live there? No. How do you mean difficult? You have to tell me what you mean by difficult. Do you mean as a Westerner? Do you mean as an immigrant, an expat, citizen? How do you mean? Is it difficult to live there? What do you mean difficult? Do you mean is there no food in the shops and we just eat cabbages? Do you mean that there's no toilets, that we have to go in the toilet in the woods? Do you mean, I don't know, difficult as in what? We've got no money? Do you mean we've got no internet access? Oops, that's fake. I don't know, what do you mean? If you mean as an ex-British soldier, as an expat immigrant, no, it's not difficult. Not at all. It's very much the same as anywhere else, really. You know, there's good points and there's good and bad. There's There's always going to be that. There's some good things, some bad things, but generally, majority of it is good. There's very little bad things here. I suppose what could be bad? The fact that they're clamping down on YouTube, that's a pain in the ass, but not really a bad point. You could negate that, couldn't you? You could say, well, they're cutting off YouTube, but we've got RuTube. RuTube is Russian YouTube, so you could say one or the other. You could say, well, they're cutting off WhatsApp because it's being used by people to fraud people. You say, okay, well, we've got Max now, so, you know, based on your previous habits, my previous habits have stayed the same. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, my previous habits. I mean, so like what I did in life, as in what my hobbies were, things like that. Well, like nothing's changed. I mean, anything I would do in the UK, where I'm from, I'm English. Anything I would do there, I can do here. Whatever, I don't care. Russia is your problem. Screw it. It's not a problem. I mean, do you think it's a problem? Does it look like a problem? Does living in the forest, do you think it's bad? Do you think so? I don't know. Maybe it depends on your perspective, doesn't it? I mean, if you, I mean, there's a lower crime rate here. My money goes further. Good luck with Putin. I mean, yeah. I mean, what? I mean, what? Good luck with what? You know, if you're going to construct an argument and say it's bad because XXX, then I can say, well, I can say, yep, it's bad because XXX, but why counters that. I can do my counter argument, but just to say good luck with Putin, I mean, it, you know, I don't know him personally, I've never met him, and he's a long way away from me, you know. It's like saying good luck with the Queen or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just nonsense. It's just a nonsense thing to say, but you've got something sensible to say, I'll listen and I'll answer. I'm telling me I'm out of temperature, so I'm not charging, but anyway. But yeah, just to say good luck with Putin doesn't make any sense really. I mean, is that bad? Does that look bad to you? Would you live in a place like that? Does that look terrible? Is that the terrible Russia you've been told about? Probably not. You know. Have you, so, I mean, for instance, in the West, we're talking about millions of homeless people with sleeping tents. Do you see that in Russia? Nope. Is it because it's an austere regime where people are hidden, homeless people are hidden or something? No. It's because they look after people and they don't allow them to be destitute like that. So is that good or bad? What's the plus minus there? We're under sanctions, yes. We're under terrible sanctions, the most sanctioned country in the world, I think, apart from North Korea, and even more than North Korea, I think. Has it affected us? Nope. Do we still have food in the shops? Yep. Do we still have everything that we wanted? Yep. You know. So, that's a bit of a silly thing to say, good luck with Putin. I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's like, you know what I mean? Keir Starmer, you know, and good luck with him in the UK. Who's refusing to step down now, you know, the writing's on the wall for him, and yet he won't step down, he refuses to resign. And he should have resigned, if you ask me. But anyway. Migration problems in Russia, yes, they're clamping down on migrants. They've really had a thing about it, they deported a lot, they're still deporting a lot. But so has America done the same thing. Get it under control. What's the UK doing? Well, you tell me what they're doing about it. Apparently not a lot. Apparently, when you arrive on a rubber dinghy in the UK, you're given a hotel room, a big fat paycheck and a cushy life, you know. So is that if you come to Russia as an illegal immigrant, you're going to get deported double quick. So, you know, you tell me what's the best option there, you know. You say in the West that you've got freedom of speech, and that here in the East, in Russia, we don't have freedom of speech. Well, I can say what I like about anybody, basically, and not be affected by it. the UK, if you say one word against LGBTQ, whatever they call themselves, or furries even these days, with absurdities, you know, you could get arrested and sent to jail for it. So where's the true freedom of speech for you? Whereas I've got it, you know. Absurd, isn't it? That in the West they've said that Russia's this terrible place, austere place where you can't do this and we're under a dictatorship, and yet we've got more freedom than what you have. So how does that work out? Didn't work out too well, did it? Worked out way better for us here. So many things. So things like that, you know, when you say good luck with Putin, you think, you know, you're just talking rubbish, you know, don't understand anything. And it's like the Ukraine war, where they said about, you know, come on this way, gotcha, come on then. About the Ukraine war, where there are laws restricting communication in every Western nation. Of course there is. Of course there's, you know, I mean, it's just the way it is, isn't it? You know, and here's no different. It's, you know, there's what the difference here is that not allowed to slander public officials, which is right. Why would you want to do that unless you've done something really bad? In which case you get slandered internally anyway. But you can, you know, other than that, not a lot really. There's, you know, hate speech is forbidden here. You know, you can't go around saying that Muslims are bad and Christians are good. You know, it's not on, because in Russia it's a multicultural society where we don't have these racial tensions that you have in the West. We just don't have it, because it's complete. What have you got in your face? Your snuff face. We don't have the racial tensions that you have, you know. So there's that way. There's that thing as well, you know. There's, you know, you could say good and bad about everything. Good, you know, what's good, what's bad, what's, you know, West is great, Russia's bad, or Russia is great, West is bad. You know, but there's good and bad in both, in everything, you know. There's good people in the West, and there's good people in Russia. There's plenty of dickheads in the West, and there's plenty of dickheads here. So, you know, good and bad everywhere. I don't try and pretend that Russia's full of rainbows every day and unicorns in the forest here, because there's no unicorns in the forest here. Yeah, there's some pretty bad corruption and pretty bad blooming poor people that happens, you know. But majority of the life here is okay. If you're sensible and you work hard, you can have an okay life here, you know. And it's the same in any country if you work hard and whatever. But I see the West as being at a disadvantage by the fact that they're overcharging you with taxes. They are giving vast amounts of money away to Ukraine and then making the people pay for it, while politicians sit with their big fat salaries in Parliament saying, oh, how we've got to save Ukraine, bad Russia. And really, they're just sitting, you know, making money from their investments in arms companies. You know, so hypocrisy at the highest level, lowest level, you know. And it's one of them things. But I can only show you Russia from my point of view. I can only show you what I see, and what I see is good. I don't see homeless people on the streets. I don't see drug addicts standing on the street like statues. I don't see mass protests and people running around. I mean, there's divorce rate. They say the high divorce rate. I mean, there's a high divorce rate everywhere. That's just fact of life. That's nothing special about that. But I see if Russia is family orientated, alternative living is frowned upon, you know, lesbian, homosexuals and all that. That's frowned upon. It's not illegal, but it's not promoted either. Whereas in the West it seems to be the other way around, where they seem to be promoting that way of life and sort of saying that they're promoting the childless couples, which to me is bonkers. You know, if you don't have children in a country, the species dies out, don't it? So anyway, so I can only show you what I'm seeing in Russia from on a day to day. I can only show you that I've settled here and made it pretty successfully. I can only show you that I've built one house and I'm building a second house out on Thursday. You know, where beautiful town, a quiet town, she's seeing things I can show you that. I can show that. I can't show you bad stuff that doesn't exist. I can't. You know, somebody said you only show the good areas, you don't show the bad areas, and I can't show you any bad areas. We walked into an industrial area, just especially, you know, I was showing the pile machine, and there was no bad things there. You know, there's no rubbish everywhere. And here, I can show you the bad things here. They've been here and fly tipped, and you can see it right down here. I can show you that. You know, they got in here. This is a closed settlement, but they still managed to get in somehow. And fly tip right in this corner here, which is now got to be removed by us at some point when it's thawed a bit and we can actually get it out. We'll have to pay for it to be removed. Not me personally, but amongst the neighbours. Rubbish dumped right there in a forested settlement. There you go. You know, so am I only showing the good things? No. Do we have to have that? Do we have to have that, eh? You buggerlugs, go on. So I'm not showing you only good things. I'm showing you everything. What nice fire, give a romantic dream if you want. But I'd be lying. I'd be lying to myself. I'd be lying to the viewers. I'd be lying to the world. I'm not doing that. I'm not building a cabin in the woods. And believe me, every kind of AI YouTubers trying to make me turn from a modern house into a cabin in the woods. I'm not doing that. I'm not going down that road. The live streams who see my videos, especially from the West, who really believe that Russia's this terrible place, they see it and they're kind of sort of in shock. They think I'm kind of lying about it or something, or they think it's some kind of AI or pre-recorded nonsense. And it shocks some people to realise that, hey, guess what? The Western media's been lying to you for a long time, and they're going to continue lying to you for a long time to come. What I can tell you is, Russia's been under sanctions for a long time and it's had very little effect, but it's going to have an effect. When this Ukraine conflict ends, we're probably going to hyperinflation. It's going to have a terrible effect, of course it is. But I also see Europeans are also going to be into terrible inflation as well, and hyperinflation probably, and could be a collapse of the EU, I don't know. But I don't see how they can spend vast sums on their military build-up, which they're doing, to a threat that doesn't exist. You know, how mad is that? Ooh, bit wobbled there. Got something in my eye. So, you know, I'm starting to get a bit cold now. It's -12 and I'm feeling a bit of a nip now in the hands. It's time to go back. I think I've been walking about up and down here for a while. How long have I been out? 24 minutes and I'm already feeling the cold. So that tells you it's cold out here. But anyway, not a rant today. Just that when people put silly things about Putin or whatever, you know, you have to reply to them. You have to give your opinion. If I didn't give my opinion, then you could say he's not giving an opinion because he's scared to give his opinion. But I'm not. I'm not scared to give my opinion. I do give it, and you know, I don't care. I don't care if YouTube gets hold of it and says we're demonetizing you because you've said something bad about LGBT shirt lifters and whatever. I don't care, because I'm not monetized anyway, so it doesn't make no difference to me. So I'd rather show the truth than sell my soul. You know, I'd rather show you something beautiful here in Russia than show you something awful. Oh, a bloody car coming again. Come on this way. Hey, come on. Arctic. Come on then. I wanted to get back down there, but there's a car coming. Oh, don't jump on me. There we go. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. It's okay, we can go. They have a tendency to chase cars, and I really don't want it. And so, in that way, I avoid cars at all costs. Basically, the wild dog, the other dog there was kind of wild running, and we ended up with him. And he'd already learned to chase cars, and it's very hard to knock it out of him. And the black one has copied, the wolf dog has copied him, basically chasing cars. He didn't do it before, now he does it. So once I picked up a bad habit like that, it's very, he was running around wild here. The wolf dog was running around wild here, it wasn't even ours. And we ended up with him. It was a neighbour's dog, he died in the end. And we ended up with him. But so the first moments when he should have been trained and instilled you don't chase cars, it was too late. He was already doing it. So now I'm fighting backwards. I'm fighting fighting something that's been ingrained into them. And it's very hard to do it. With a wolf dog, they think and then do rather than do. And sort of training they use is so untraining, bad training is very difficult to kind of thing. It's sunny here. Whew. It's very sunny today, but it is cold. Come on then, Archie, come on. Don't you jump on me, you bugger. Come on then. Do you think it's time for a barbecue? Do you have a barbecue there, I wonder? I don't think so. But anyway, this was more or less, I had to put the dogs in, it was more or less a test to see if the stream software would work. And I'm glad to say, yes, it is working very much better than what it ever was. Whatever update they did yesterday seems to have done the trick. And I'm very happy about it. So at least I can plan ahead and do a bit more live streaming from different places, hopefully, shortly. I was going to look at the van today, see if I can get the van going, but it's sort of piled under snow in it. I think I'll have to dig it out first before I can attempt to work on it. But anyway, one of the things. Anyway, have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, people. This has been a nice live stream. It's nice to actually see the software working for a change and the signal being okay. So I'm very happy about that. I'll see you all again in the next one.